money, though not the most important thing, is a critical component of showing what's happening on the inside is actually legit on the outside.
Welcome to another episode of Your Unanswered Questions podcast. I'm Luke Smith. I'm here with the illustrious Professor Leo Simpson.
No.
And our goal on this show is to answer your unanswered questions.
Yeah.
I mean, but we have some spectacular questions that come from our viewers. That's what makes us unique, is we answer your questions and we go even deeper. We have communities that we talk about issues in deeper context, and we have the expert with us to guide us. We have a great question today that I'm really looking forward to answering. And before we do that, make some small talk with Mr. Simpson.
I was going to ask you, I know you got some good news about school and all that kind of stuff. We're not going to jump into it, but my question was going to be how does it feel to get the news you want?
It feels good. It feels good. It feels good to earn something, to work and to just see the reward there. I think that's what a lot of our viewers are striving for. A lot of these questions are centered around how can I be the most efficient in reaping my rewards? For sure. I mean, how can I stay motivated to work toward that? And so I think every step, everything that you and I earn, it's all solving, giving more context, more information that we can give to our viewers on these kinds of problems.
Yeah. I also know how it feels to get bad news.
Yeah, of course.
You have to see the good part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got some of that over the holiday time frame. Well, before Christmas and stuff. So Yeah.
Well, there's always a lesson in it, and I'm just I'm glad we can be here today.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So I say we dive into our question.
Hey, let's go.
The question is, how and when do I stop trading my time for money? And so I would like to dissect this into the how and the when. And I think the when comes first, because if we determine,
give me the question again. You say, how and when
should I stop trading my time for money?
Okay. So what you're saying is, let's start with the when and we'll come back to the how.
Yeah.
Okay. You really want this answer?
I do.
Now.
Okay.
Stop trading your time for money now.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You want more, right?
You see, yeah.
That was too easy, right?
Yeah.
No, the reality is, and I think this corresponds to the how. You stop trading your time for money first as an objective in your mind before it is an action in all you do.
Okay.
All right. So the book that I wrote, I don't even remember the name of it now. What's the book that I wrote? I can't remember the name.
Great Wealth Shift?
Yeah, The Great Wealth Shift. It's wow.
Yeah.
So the one that we're working on doing some revisions on, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that you shared with me was becoming an overnight millionaire. It's that's overrated. Really, who cares? But as you read through it and you realize that what was being said was being a millionaire is something you become before it's something you do and something you have, right? And it's the same thing with trading your time for money. If you're trading your time for money in your actions, it's because you're doing it based on certain beliefs, thought processes that you have, right? And this goes back to one of the things I've shared with you all as it pertains to principles. Principles have promise that predictably produce when you practice them. There's another side. Perceptions have problems that predictably produce when you practice them. So the idea of trading your time for money is a perception, not a principle.
Are you saying that the idea of valuing time is equivalent to money, that's a wrong perception?
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Okay.
I mean, think about it.
Mm.
So I always ask this question. I love asking it. Have anybody in your life who's passed away?
You love asking that question?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's a follow-up to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close to you,
Pretty close to me.
who would
Yeah.
that be?
I mean,
Haven't had a grandparent pass away.
no.
Okay,
I've
cool.
had a great grandparent pass away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about somebody that's like really close to you? No? Okay.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people close to me
Yeah.
pass away.
Yeah.
But let's go back to your great-grandparent or the great-grandparents. Can they work?
No.
Why?
Because they passed away.
Okay. The reason they cannot work is because they have no life.
Mm.
And the equivalent to their life is the fact that they have no time.
Mm.
So, what is time equal to? It's equal to life. Money is something we can generate, access, make use of in our life. But the moment you don't have time, which means the moment you don't have life, who cares about money? There's no way you can interact with it.
Mm.
Right? So, how can something that is infinitely more valuable be equated with something of lesser value? Money.
Well, shouldn't be.
Right?
Mm.
So, time is equal to life. Would you say money is equal to life? No. Never can. So, if you're trading your time for money, what you're essentially saying is you're trading your life for money. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
And stop doing that in how you think about it. Because the truth is, money is necessary. We're not going to talk about money today. We're talking about this subject matter. Well, maybe we'll touch a little bit on it, but we'll come back to that in the how maybe.
Well,
Time is something you must understand is much more valuable than money. Though I understand when people say time is money, what they're really saying is you can measure money by time. Yeah, you can. You can go and look at, okay, I got $100. I was doing something for 5 hours. It was $20 now. That's a measure. That's you breaking down the accessibility of that resource and the measure of the amount of time and how it corresponds. You can measure whatever you want to measure, but in your mentality, to think about trading your life for money, you gotta stop doing that.
yeah.
Like, you just have to think about it differently and say, no, I'm never going to trade my time for money, which goes back to some things we've talked about in the past, like the 3 C's of life: contribution, compensation, and consumption. Well, guess what? Everybody has got to consume in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I mean, it'd be a problem if we were sitting here without any clothes on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it'd be a little uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Well, you have to consume to do that. Well, in order to consume, you need compensation. So it's a necessary function. And in order to get compensation, you need to contribute. Well, I think most people who are focused on trading time for money, it's because they prioritize either compensation or consumption instead of contribution. So if you live your life focusing on the value you can create and the things you do, you shouldn't see going to your job as a trading of time for money. You shouldn't be there if you're trading time for money. You should only be there because you're there to make a contribution and create some value.
So initially, until that last part, I was thinking you were saying life is the whole puzzle and money is a third of the puzzle.
I get what you're saying.
But now are you saying that life is contribution, so life's only a third? The
No.
way you're setting it up,
No, life is
okay.
everything.
Okay.
And there are 3 pieces to the puzzle of life.
So you're saying life is the whole puzzle, money's only part of that.
Money is an element
It's only a piece of the
that
puzzle.
gives there to be motion and measures, manifestation in life. So think about it this way. So let's talk about it from this angle. I'm married, right? If as a married man, I don't do anything for my family, how will you be able to know that? What can you look at to determine that I've not done anything for my family?
The lack of smiles on your family's face.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's the initial.
Boom.
When you look at the smiles on their face, what are some other things you're going to observe?
I don't know.
Might look at, what are they wearing?
Okay, so you're counting the financial value as not doing anything.
I ain't talking about money yet. I haven't said anything about money yet.
Okay. Well, I guess you're not distributing the money to your family. If they have bad clothing on, then I would.
What does their hair look like?
Okay, not done.
What kind of vehicle are you riding in?
Okay.
Right. We're going to start looking at, okay, all right. If they don't look too happy, why? Why are they not happy? And if I'm not providing for them, you'll be able to look at them and potentially link back to that. However, if they're smiling, if everything's going well, hair's looking good, clothes are nice and all of that, you're not going to think money. But what's connected with it? Money.
Yeah.
What does that money then speak to? That money then speaks to some level of value creation, contribution that has generated compensation that allows you to consume. Period. So essentially, money, though not the most important thing, is a critical component of showing what's happening on the inside is actually legit on the outside.
So let's get practical here.
Come on, talk to me.
Let's talk about the how. Okay, because I see what you're saying, and I see that money is just a piece to the puzzle of life and time. And I agree with that point. Now, talk about the how. Let's say there's a person who, and you said when is right now.
Yeah, right now.
Because it can be done right now, and just
think differently about
simple change of
Stop
perception.
doing it.
Change of perspective, change of perception.
Before you finish, I'll even say, when I say stop doing it, like right now, the first thing is, if you have gone to your job believing that you were trading time for money, stop believing that. And understand, either you're going to your job to create value for someone other than yourself, or you need to leave.
Okay.
Because you're creating a problem for yourself and others. You're dead weight, technically. You're an actor.
Let's say there's a person working a minimum wage job, and they keep thinking, I feel like I'm not adding any value when I do this. I keep showing up, and I'm just trying to get a paycheck, and I feel like there's no value that I'm giving, and the only reason that I'm doing this is just to make some money, and I'm not helping anybody. I'm not helping myself, and I can't get out of this job, and I feel like I'm just trading my time for money. I'm seeing my family less because of this job. How would you stop the mindset, fix the mindset of trading time for money, and practically stop trading time for money?
So if that was me, or if I'm working with that person?
If that was you.
Oh, if that was me with what I know, or if that was me and I was saying everything they were saying?
Just put yourself in this person's shoes, same brain space as them, not your brain space.
Oh, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. Because everything you just said, I believe it. I said it, and guess what? I'm going to do it. Do you know that the fundamental reality to our existence is that we think, we say, we do. We have the ability to think, and from what we think to say, and from what we say to do. That's what makes us different from the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay? So, the guys earlier were talking about James Allen, as a man thinketh.
Yeah.
Now, that comes from the scripture. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Guess what? If you think you're trading time for money,
Yeah.
that's what you're doing.
Okay.
That's why I said stop.
Hmm.
Stop thinking you're trading time for money. Stop saying you're trading time for money, and guess what you're going to do? Not trade time for money.
I guess it's just difficult for a person because how are you if you, let's say this, you're saying that a person that is working a minimum wage job that they see no way out of, they feel they're not adding much value, they're just doing busy work, getting a paycheck. Instead of trading time for money, in your mind, what are they doing?
For lack of better terms, they're going through the motions.
Mhm.
They're just on a hamster wheel. Not understanding that they're not the first person to be in a job that's at the entry level, and that they're not the last person to be in a job at the entry level. And if you create value at the entry level, it gives you access to another level.
Okay. So you're saying keep working and educate yourself. And try to elevate.
Grow, develop yourself. Not only that, let's not even talk about the grow, develop yourself. Whatever you're given to do it well, exceed at it, excel at it, and I promise you will get noticed. Matter of fact, that's how people get promoted, because you do such a great job. They say, hey, I'd like you to do this. All right. Isn't that a strange phenomenon of life, that you are given a little bit, and from that little bit, then you get more?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like more money. I mean more responsibility. So literally, if you take little responsibility and you do exceptionally well with it, you get more responsibility, more authority, more access, more compensation, right?
Mm.
And this goes back to why I emphasize with you guys in our personal finance class, the emphasis on creating value for someone other than yourself. Because when you focus on the value that you have to offer and the ability for that value to close gaps and fill voids for people in such a way that they will also reward you for doing so, you keep doing that, guess what? You're going to get better.
And you're going to be able, and you said this, the access, you have the ability to contribute more.
Yes.
So you buy, so you're saying that if you overperform and keep overperforming, not only are you getting more compensation, but you're also given the ability to give more value and to contribute more.
Yes. You
so
literally,
it's a reciprocal process.
Exactly. You literally open yourself up for more of your potential to be accessed because of the demand that you've created for your value.
Mm-hmm.
I've never said it like that before, but that sounds real good to me.
That was, that is.
You literally open your potential up to be accessed at greater extents simply because you have created value in a way that has caused there to be a demand for more of it.
I'm sure that's a relief for a lot of people to hear, is it's not selfish to try to elevate yourself.
No.
Because by doing so, you are expanding your ability to contribute to others.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So here's, let's sum it up, and I'll give you when and how in a brief context. When should you stop trading time for money? Now. How? By first changing the way you think and eliminate that whole context from your language, from your mindset, from your belief set. And let me just be honest with you. I used to think that I was trading time for money. And here's the truth. When you change what you think, you don't immediately see a difference in what you do. But that's the same thing when you plant a seed. You don't immediately see the shoot.
Yeah.
Because it's got to go root first before it shoot up.
Well,
so you're going to doubt what you did in changing your thoughts? No, you keep believing that. You keep thinking that. You keep telling yourself that, so that your behavior will then follow that. One of the ways, when you go to work, understand that you're actually creating value and not in a place of void. Yeah. Minimum wage or not. And this coming from the person who was at one point making right at 6 figures a year, made a stupid decision that caused him to no longer be in that position. I resigned and didn't get fired, but it was still a stupid decision. And I think a year or so after that, I was working in a job that was technically minimum wage. What did I do? I created value. I was in there killing the game, acting like I was a manager. When I say acting like, I'm talking about the mindset that I brought to the work was from a context of being like a manager. Like, I'm here to create value. No matter what I'm getting paid. They said, you can do this job. I'm going to do it well. Asked me to train people, and I did it. Did it like I was training the last person on earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
That's a thought process.
All right. Well, I think it's one of the best discourses we've had. I think that really teaches a lot. I think we had some ideas branch off of the central idea.
Sure.
And so, all right. Well, I don't know if there's much else to say. Any closing thoughts?
Well, we'll get some community thoughts on this.
Yeah. So
we gotta go deeper.
Yeah. So there's a lot more we can expand on. Like I prefaced in the intro, we have a community that you can dive into of some more private members and viewers, and so in that community we'll go deeper on certain subjects, whichever subjects you want to. So thank you for watching. If you feel like you learned something, please like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, share. If you didn't feel like you learned something, what should you do?
Yeah, if you don't think you got any value, go listen again and then give a comment.
And then like, share, comment, subscribe. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Take care.